How you doing, Scott? How are you?
How you doing? Okay?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Too bad. Jordan, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear
Maybe.
you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, there you are. Okay. Good deal. All right. Eddie, I'm going to rename you here on the meeting. We're going to... I see that admin support there.
Yeah, it's Eddie on there.
Okay. Now, FYI, I am going to go ahead and record this just so Jordan and Sarah from our website team can refer back to it as needed. But Eddie, the best part about today's conversation is really you don't have to hear a whole lot from me. This is an opportunity for Jordan to kind of get a sense and feel for what you're wanting in terms of look, feel, brand representation, etc. For your website. And then Nakora and Nikki are also working in the background on getting your CRM spun back up. So that'll actually take place pretty quickly. But we'll set up a little bit of time to circle up with them in the next day or two on that side of the house.
Okay.
So with that said, I'm going to hand the reins over to Jordan. And just so you have a little bit of a sense of his background, Jordan actually joined us after some time with Vamos Auto Group, also there in that DFW area, where he oversaw all of their technology as their CTO, and before that was with Carvana for quite a period of time, overseeing their website and their digital retail tools, etc. So, and then Sarah she's going to be helping out a ton with the SEO, the content for the site, AEO, which is making sure the website is also optimized for answer engines like ChatGPT that people are using more and more. So with that, I will hand things over to Jordan. I will stay on the call if you guys have any questions that I can help with along the way.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, Scott. And hey, Eddie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Gary.
Okay, so yeah, during this call, I'm going to ask you a couple questions to get myself and my team better prepared to build you a new custom Neo website that works with your Neo CRM. So you're going to be a new Neo customer, is that right?
Well, I was a former Neo customer.
Okay.
I saw Scott in a meeting recently, and I talked to some of my colleagues, and they told me that you guys had website templates that you were producing for dealers. So I asked them to give me some more information about it.
Oh, cool. Welcome back. Let me get some information from you real quick just to make sure I am working on the right website. Is your website domain DallasCarsToday.com?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And am I going to be just communicating with you related to the website build, or is there any other emails or phone numbers that you want me to be reaching out to?
No, just myself for now.
Okay, got it. And that will be for any kind of media, any kind of integration help,
Yes.
anything related to switching the website.
Yes.
Cool. For inventory, what system do you use right now to manage your inventory?
I'm using a dealer center.
Dealer Center, okay. So I'd be trying to get a feed from Dealer Center for your website feed, is that right?
Yeah, that's what I'm using for my DMS.
Perfect. I'm familiar with how to get that done. Do you have any extra feeds outside of Dealer Center? I don't see anything active on here, like
No.
Carfax. Okay.
I don't.
The domain DallasCarsToday.com. Do you pay and manage that like on GoDaddy or any other like domain registrar?
Yes.
Which one?
GoDaddy.
Oh, GoDaddy. Perfect. Okay. So around the time that we'll be launching your site, I'll be bugging you to give me delegate access so that I can make the switch over from your old provider to us. And this Dallas Cars Today logo that's on the top left here, this is your most current logo?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me just make a note of that. Okay.
I'm gonna try to get a vector file.
Excuse me?
Did you want to try to get a vector file, like a bigger image?
Yeah, I'll get through to the media portion. Just give me a second. Okay, so you are a buy here, pay here dealer in Dallas. Do you do any retail or just buy here, pay here?
No, we just do strictly buy here, pay here.
Perfect. In a few words or a couple sentences, can you describe to me a little bit about your business, what you do, what differentiates you from other dealers in your area?
Basically, I mean, I think what differentiates us is that we are specifically buy here, pay here. We have flexible financing, and you know, it's easier to get approved. We have requirements, but it's easier to get approved with us than a traditional auto dealers. So, and then we have a lot of nice vehicles, and we got good prices, I believe.
Okay, cool. So you're competitive on, compared to other buy here, pay here dealers, you're
Yeah.
more competitive on
Yes,
price.
and we are focused on getting good quality vehicles.
And good quality vehicles. Okay. Thank you for that. Do you have any special programs that you'd like us to talk about or advertise on the
No,
website?
basically
like
what I
first-time buyer
wanted to know was I wanted to know about I wanted to see some samples of some websites from other dealers that you've done, and I wanted to see what differentiates you guys from other from other people's websites. That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, okay. I can show you a couple websites. You want? Oh, Scott, are you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, Eddie has in his 20 group, North Main uses us, and then Tony Richards was Second Chance, and his he has a couple different brands, I believe, that have websites. Jabba's Credit, yep, that's him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think those two are running websites with us currently. He's got a couple others who are also using us for like CRM and scoring, but in terms of website, those are the ones.
Okay. I can show you a couple different examples of some sites that we have. Give me just a sec. I'll pull up a couple. Okay. So have you had a chance to look at North Main Motors website? Anything that you...
No, I haven't had
like-
a chance.
You have not. Okay. So for North Main, I worked with Lisa a lot on a lot of different design cues that she wanted and really highlighting some custom elements related to all their great media that they have, because they spend a lot of time really, even just like the images of their vehicles. They have a team there. I think it's her daughter and her sons. They all work really hard on customizing a lot of the stuff that they offer. So with them, kind of did a custom build with them. So you'll see some more unique design cues. Of course, there's some elements of every site that you'll notice that are similar, like the menus, where the logo is, how it looks on mobile. And you'll kind of see those cues around all of our sites. So like the short forms, we've noticed that putting short forms in, giving the user a clear path or a target that we want them to complete is going to be very common across our sites. In terms of the design, I do work very closely with our dealers to make very custom designs. I can, if you'd like, I can send you a couple websites after this so that you can get a little bit familiar with a lot of the different designs that we've done with a couple of our dealers. You'll notice a lot of different kind of layouts, styling cues. Most of them are rounded elements so that we really try to make customers feel like they are more welcome, and a little rounded is more inviting, less like edgy stuff, because that could probably mean to the customer that it's a little bit threatening. But you'll see a lot of different designs. And if you have any inspiration that's not one of our websites that you want me to look at, we can. But really working with you to get you a website that is more customized to what you'd like.
And what about the SEO?
Yeah, do you have any specific questions about SEO? SEO is a really big monster to tackle.
Well, what do you guys offer? I mean, does the website come with basic SEO included? Do you guys have backlinks? Do you guys do keyword word research? Like, what is the deal with the SEO?
Yeah, so all of our websites. Oh, Sarah, you just unmuted. Do you want to talk?
I mean, you can start if you'd like, but yeah, our websites all come optimized for SEO and AEO. So starting, from the get-go, you're starting with a good SEO foundation, and we do offer local SEO. We can come up with a customizable strategy for that for local SEO. And we don't do backlinks, but I am open to talking about doing outreach for local partnerships or communities that you might be involved in where there could be some interlinking. The old school ways of just like buying backlinks or procuring backlinks just for the sake of having them is really, it's outdated. But if you are able to get links from reputable sources, that can definitely help. So there are a lot of different ways that we can get a customizable strategy for you if that's something that you're interested in. But our basic NEO website already comes with way more SEO and AEO than you would get at any other standard website.
Now, are these WordPress websites? Like, are you guys doing this on WordPress?
Yeah. We WordPress is one of the most popular CMSs on the planet. Yeah, so these are on WordPress.
And so, do we have access? Let's say if I know how to use WordPress a little bit, could I go in there and make minor changes myself?
On these sites, you wouldn't be able to do that just yet. We are working on a way of releasing access to our customers to manage certain things, but on these websites, no, I'll be your personal website guy where designs and element changes, whatever that is,
Are you concerned about more of the technical SEO or for content changes when you ask about if you have access?
No, it's just that the more, the time passes by, it's just SEO seems like it's becoming more important with Google.
And it's constantly changing. I'm a huge nerd, and I'm always watching YouTube videos and paying attention to the Google Core updates. And if we have to pivot strategy because something changes, we do that. So I'm also very communicative. So if there are things that you discover and you want to email and be like, hey, do you think this strategy would work? Is it worth it? I'm all about collaboration and communication as well.
I'm talking more specifically like as far as local SEO, like as far in certain areas, like, if here in Dallas, I'm on the borderline of, I'm in Dallas, but I'm in the borderline of Garland, and also, the local SEO plays a big factor. Yeah, targeting those different cities and neighborhoods. I mean, because Dallas is big, so if you have if there are certain neighborhoods that you want to target, we can incorporate those city names into the content. And then let me pull up your Google business profile. Do you manage your Google business profile? Yes.
Okay.
And Eddie, while she's doing that, I think it's important just to kind of give you an example here where, yes, there are product changes, enhancements, additional features that we bring out that are driven by customer feedback and requests. But when it comes to things like AEO, I was at NADA back in January, and it amazed me how few of the website providers there were talking about AEO at all. Yet it's something that Sarah and Jordan, realized that, hey, this is the way things are going. And we started weaving AEO concepts into our site architecture almost 2 years ago at this point. So we do a really, really good job. I mean, Sarah does phenomenal at staying in front of what's coming next, what are the trends, so that we can make sure that you don't feel like my website is ever going to be lagging behind from a visibility and performance perspective. And then what Jordan continues to do in terms of added features and functionality and just creating a great shopping experience for the consumer. I don't have people come to me and say, wow, Scott, I feel like my website's outdated. In fact, I would say we actually had a third-party marketing management group that is starting to work with one of our customers here in Utah. And they were going through and looking at several different site performance metrics along the way, and to have them come back and say, we work with a lot of people across a lot of industries, and this is hands down the best website
are you currently using AEO in the websites that you do now? Are you using it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you optimizing them for that?
Yeah, I'll let Sarah speak to that in a little more knowledge and detail, but yes, that is something that we started weaving in, like I said, almost 2 years ago.
I don't know that it was quite 2 years ago, but we definitely have been. We were talking about it before
we started venturing down that path.
Well, no, I was going to say we were talking about it before others were even aware of it. I mean, I introduced everybody to the term AEO because it was so new. Some people were calling it EO, some people were calling it AEO. So yeah, we've been on top of it. But one of our clients, AutoSmart, they signed up for our advanced SEO package, and we do local SEO for both of their locations. I monitor through Bright Local, where you can check. We can check to make sure your citations are all consistent. So NAP consistency is really important. Name, address, phone number, and your Google business profile is the gold standard. So you want to make sure your digital footprint is consistent with how your name, address, and phone number is. So making sure that's good. We track a handful of keywords, and now we also have a tool where we can track AI prompts, and we can get inspiration for pieces of content. So let's see, like one of the blogs we have, what service, or here's a used car dealership in Longview that approves bad credit. So that, is a prompt that we are tracking across like 8 different LLMs, and are able to show the volume, the search volume of those specific prompts, and then tailor content towards that, and then track it over time. And it seems like you do know a little bit about SEO as it is, and so it's not an overnight thing. It takes time to see, we implement a strategy, and then we wait and see what happens, and we tweak things as we go.
Well, basically, you're doing it through the blogs. You're doing the AEO through blogs, or blog posts, depending on what.
Yeah. So we can do blog posts. I mean, like I said, when we create, just the content that we do for your basic website is already going to be optimized for AEO in the way the content is structured. The LLMs use semantic triples, so the structure of the sentence, there's a certain way that it likes to read information, and we make sure that we have our content optimized as best as we can for those just on the website itself. And then I always like to do a resource page. So if there's something specific you want to, an educational piece that can rather than a blog that we have to update all the time, maybe you just have some FAQ pages or resource pages. But we do the blog strategy as well. Some people like to go a little heavy with it, but with AutoSmart, we do one a month, and that seems to be fine. We have some other clients that I think just provide their own blog content, so that's something too. And again, it's something we can work in collaboration, where maybe I give you a few topics, and then maybe you make the content and then send it back to us, and we can publish it. So
let me ask you this. I don't know to what you're saying, Sarah and Scott. Is okay. A few years ago, not that I was aware of, correct me if I'm wrong, Neil was not using websites. It was focusing more on the CRM, the scoring model, the applications. I assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that one of the reasons why you got into the website is to probably streamline
Yeah,
What's
good
the process?
Good question. So
How
we
does-
were doing websites 2 years ago, but it was a relatively new thing to us. So it was kind of as a dealership would ask us about it. It wasn't something that we were going out and specifically targeting new dealers to sell website product to. It was giving us an opportunity.
I started in January of 2025, and that's when we launched the SEO program
That's
alongside the website. So they were already doing we were already doing the websites, but then we kind of took it to the next level when I came. And then, like I said, depending on how deep people want to go with it, we can create a customer strategy, but right from the get-go, the website is going to have really
Okay.
good SEO foundation.
Well, let me say this. So then, let's say the person fills out the 4-liner questionnaire. Then, how does that integrate with the CRM, and what are the advantages of that between working between
Within
both?
Google Tags, we have Google Tag Manager. We track our conversions in Google Analytics, and then if you are, I also work with Casey, who I don't know if you've signed up for our Google Ads marketing, but I also help with that. So we can track those conversions as well. So yeah, we track it all.
Okay. And how does that integrate with the CRM, Scott?
Here, man, I'm going to take over this one.
Please do, Jordan.
Thank you. So, with our websites, the reason why we got into the game is because at the end of the day, Neo is a scoring model platform. So we take all this data and we try to find you, or we try to tell you, like, hey, this is how this customer is going to perform. And so a couple of pieces that data points that we could get are, hey, how do we get maybe customer information that's on the website? Or how do we get customer information that sources from ads? So when Neo was before doing any kind of websites, Neo would reach out and try to grab this information or make integrations easier for Neo. And it was almost impossible. So that's when Neo got into websites. And so what we did is we integrated a more competitive platform where we could capture more data from customers and feed it into Neo. So for example, like all of our forms on our website, we collect any kind of referral information. So that's if someone clicked on a Facebook ad or clicked on a Google ad, maybe what they were searching for on Google, we capture that. We collect their specific ID that Google gives us for what ad they clicked on. And all of that information is passed into Neo. So now we have all this data of where this customer came from. We could start to make decisions on, oh, well, maybe someone searched for buy here, pay here in Dallas. Maybe they're more likely to buy, or maybe they're a hotter customer compared to someone that's like used cars near me. So taking all of that data that we can capture directly from the website, because that's going to be your customer's first point of contact with you, more likely than not. That's kind of the advantage of coming into Neo, like Neo websites. So we're capturing a lot more data and feeding it into Neo, and that's a native integration.
Now, is there a chatbot? Because I know a lot of people are using Go High Level now on their websites, and they're basically, I guess they're just uploading the code or something. But what do you guys offer as far as an AI chatbot on the site?
So Neo offers their own proprietary AI. So we have a web chat that we integrate in, and then you would work with our team to customize your AI chatbot, make sure that's answering questions the way you want to, maybe pushing a certain direction for each customer. Any kind of AI related stuff would be handled by our AI team that we have. So I'm pretty sure Go High Level is, it's all like a kind of a chat service, right? That would just go on your website?
Yeah, it uses AI though to you have to train it in order to answer the questions, and so
Yeah. And so, Eddie, from what I know of Go High Level, I mean, there are guys who use it as their CRM as well. There are definitely folks who do that. It is, from what my understanding is, it's going to be much more generic, whereas we are buy here, pay here specific. The other component is that right out of the box, we're not giving you a bunch of like pre-canned responses. It is going to be That is a completely customized to you and how you guys operate digital agent. So we'll give it rails to run on, and you get to determine how far you want it to take a deal. Do you want it to work with somebody to go through a pre-qualification? Are you just wanting it to set appointments? You set those rules, and again, it's all specific to how you operate. And then the other thing that happens is, you know, if you've got the combination of CRM and website running with web chat going as well, that same AI conversation can go back and forth between the website, through Facebook Messenger, through WhatsApp, through text. It doesn't matter where that conversation is coming from. It all ties back to the same lead. And so ultimately that AI agent has complete contextual understanding of the conversation that's happened so far. So the customer never feels like when they come back to your website that they're starting over again, right? It picks the conversation up right where they left off. Most other tools are going to have a session that lasts for a certain period of time, or each new time the customer comes to your website or starts a new conversation via text, they're only going to store so much of that, or they're only going to use so much in the way of tokens to be able to feed to that AI engine to say, okay, here's everything that's happened so far. The way that we've built ours, we control it from the ground up. We do not put time restraints or token restraints on how much basically knowledge or understanding of prior conversation we've had with that customer. I kind of got in the weeds a little bit there, but hopefully that helps.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any more questions, Eddie, or do you want to continue?
No, I just wanted to, find out as much information as I could about it. So I've been hearing, from other dealers that some of them that have used it, and so I just wanted to find out, how does it want to take to set up? What is the price? How does it integrate with Neo? What if you use the CRM and Neo at the same time? Is there a benefit as far as pricing? How does all that tie in?
Yeah, that's a me conversation, Eddie, and you and I can take that one off the line.
Okay.
So
can you show me a couple of other sites that you've done, maybe here in my neighborhood?
Specific ones in the DFW,
yeah.
Specifically Garland area.
Well, no, Dallas, Garland, either one.
I mean, all of MEI Group. So Jordan, that would be a good one to show off. MEI or Bravo.
Yeah, MEI, Bravo
companies.
Drive Casa. Yeah, so if you're familiar with Drive Casa, that's the big one, kind of south of you.
Can I see the inventory page as you go along too?
Sure.
Now, is that pretty generic or is that customizable as well?
So this inventory page, what we've known and what we've studied is this is probably the best format for showing off inventory. So this is what it would look like.
In most of them.
Yeah.
And how about as far as the application process?
So we usually always, whether it's a
Okay.
short form all over the site, so you'll see short forms no matter where you're going on the site. So you can see like all these short forms. If you're on a truck, you'll always see one of these short forms to fill out. Once you fill out one of those short forms, it creates a lead in our Neo CRM. And then it pre-fills this application with that short information the customer filled out. And once we get a credit application, that's when you have a credit app on your Neo side. And it automatically can get graded, like you can pull credit, you can get graded. And if the chat is associated with this session, the chat can record where the customer was, what cars they're interested in, anything like that.
A lot of people using
And
the
also-
chat nowadays, or not really?
Sorry, could you repeat that question?
A lot of people using the chat bot or not?
In terms of on the CRM, I'd say we have a lot of customers on the chat, whether it's texting or on the website. I know that we're trying to get into calling soon. I'm not sure how many customers we have.
Okay.
If you look across the board on everything, so I think we have somewhere around 60, 65 dealerships using our website, and of those, maybe half, maybe a little less than that, use the web chat widget. It really just depends on what the dealer's strategy is. If they're wanting folks to be able to just chat with their site and go down that path, and then steer that into setting an appointment, or are they trying to get them to do a form fill so that we can get their cell number, their first and last name, all that information into the CRM, and then run the chat from there. Again, it's really just what's the dealer's strategy, or do they want to do both?
Okay. So what would you say are the main difference between like Dealer Center and what you guys are doing?
Nothing that we're doing is templated generic websites like Dealer Center does. Nothing from a CRM functionality is just the same templated stuff that they do. And that's why there's a significant difference in cost between what Dealer Center is charging and what we charge. I think the other thing that's important to understand, Eddie, is that when you look at Dealer Center's overall strategy, it is not. Dealer Center's strategy is to serve its parent company, which is Westlake. And some dealers don't know that, right? And at the end of the day, if you're getting lots of leads into your CRM or into your DMS with Dealer Center, and they end up not buying from you, or you end up not placing that loan with Westlake, well, what do you think Westlake's going to do? They are going to market to your customers to come to Westlake and get pre-approved, and then Westlake is going to send them out to their preferred dealers. And if you're not one of their preferred dealers, basically they are taking your database and marketing to it. So I think, whether this serves me as a competitive vendor in some ways or not, I have a bias, but if I were a dealership, I would think really, really, really hard about using a service from a company that offers financing that competes for the same company as what I'm going after as a dealer.
That's it.
So that's my 2 cents on it. I actually got when I was selling for IBMS, I don't know if it's still there, but there at least used to be a provision in Dealer Center's agreement that if you were not submitting at least so many applications, or writing a certain percentage or minimum number of loans with Westlake each month, they could take active leads from your system and copy them to other dealers in your area who had a similar car in stock. So now you're paying money to drive leads to your competitor because Westlake wants that financing. So again, I think what Westlake has built, or what Dealer Center has built in terms of some core basic functionality, is good, and the price point that they offer it for seems really, really good. But at the end of the day, Westlake is not your friend. If you're not using them, they are not your friend. They want that same customer to finance. If Jordan and Sarah were applying at your dealership, Westlake would rather them finance that car through them, not through you. That's what people need to make sure that they understand. So I'll step off my soapbox now.
Okay. Yeah, for Dealer Center, they do 0 SEO, 0 AEO. Their performance is marginal. It's just a very basic site that has a credit app on it. That's really it.
Eddie, did we lose you there?
No, I'm here. I'm listening to you guys.
Okay.
All right, Eddie. I got a couple more questions for you. You ready?
Sure.
Perfect. Okay, so I was taking a look at your website. I noticed that you offer a 3-month, 3,000 mile limited warranty on the engine and transmission. Is that still valid?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Do you have any kind of radius of lending? So any customers or any cities that we should exclude from like the DFW area?
I normally lend like no more than 60 miles, like about 1 hour, 60 miles away from the dealership is probably the limit.
Got it. Okay. So that includes like Terrell, Greenville, and then if you go north. Okay. Got it. Do you have a referral program that you'd like us to put on, like advertise on your website?
I do have a referral program, but as you know, yeah, it's very delicate because, technically we're not allowed to have bird dogs.
Yeah.
So, but I do have one, if somebody comes into the door. I just don't have it publicized on the website.
Okay. And if you ever want to publicize it, you just let me know and we can create a page for you and start collecting those referrals. Do you offer any auxiliary products, like any service contracts, anything that you'd like me to advertise?
No, do not.
No? Okay. Cool. For your website, just want to confirm that the white and blue in your logo is going to be the colors you'd like to use around your website?
Yeah, normally when I design the website or I try to stick to the colors of the logo.
Cool. Okay. So we'll do the same. Let's see what else in here. The video here, this is owned by you. Like we can use this on your new site.
Yes.
Cool. These pictures are your staff. We can use these pictures.
Yes. Those are all pictures of our customers, some former
Okay.
employees and stuff.
Awesome. Let me write a note about that. Just give me one moment.
Now, you guys gonna draft up a prototype?
Yeah, we what we do is our build kind of process is we take all the information from this call. I work with Sarah on generating like a page or kind of like a site layout. So where the pages are, what pages are we going to generate? Then Sarah does some SEO research on your local area, comes up with like a more of a localized custom plan for you in terms of how we develop the content, what we put on landing pages, and then we construct the site. And then once the site is constructed, I hand it off to you and ask for feedback, ask you if you want any changes, and then once we've finalized our kind of back and forth, that's when we plan to launch the site.
Okay. Now, did you do the website for Vamos? Vamos Motors?
Yeah,
You said
yeah, Vamos Auto.
Is that a Neo site as well?
Yeah, this is a Neo site. Yeah, they kind of transitioned
Aren't they here in Dallas? Or do they have a location?
Yeah, they're in Arlington.
Okay, yeah, I thought the name sounded familiar.
They used to be off of CF Han Freeway down in South Dallas, and then they had a location in Terrell, Greenville, Rockwall. Yeah, they used to be everywhere. Let's see. Is there anything you like about your current website? Like any kind of styling things, any colors, anything that I should take a note of when we're constructing your new site?
No, not necessarily. I mean, everything. I mean, it's pretty simple. I like the simplicity of it.
Mm-hmm. And we can make sure your new one is clean and simple as well. And then we can always work together if you want to make any changes. The hours of operation on Google, is this correct? 10 to 6, Monday through Wednesday, then 10 to 7, Thursday through Saturday?
Yes.
Close on Sunday. Okay, cool. And then the 214-875-0331, that's your correct phone number?
Yes.
Perfect. And all of these images were clear to use. Oh, you got some nice videos. I always love videos. Cool. Okay, so we can use all of these videos, right?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, nice. I always like it when customers actually take pictures of like our dealers take pictures of their customers with cars, and they actually have videos and stuff outside their lot. That's good. You should continue to do that. any social media platforms that you'd like us to link onto your website, or are you active on any of them?
The main ones is just Facebook. I'm starting a little bit on Instagram. I want to get into TikTok, but that's about it.
Okay. Temporarily blocked. Okay. Nice.
That's not
Does
the one.
this look
That's
familiar?
That's the old one.
This is the old one. Okay.
It's-
This one has
yeah,
960 followers.
that's
This
the one.
is a good one. Okay.
Yeah,
Just Carsta USA. Nice. Okay, let me write that one. And do you have any other like media files, any kind of vector images associated with your logo, or any icons that you want us to use on your site?
No,
So like,
but I can get them. I mean, I have access to them. I have a vector file and all that stuff.
okay, I can send you an email asking for that after this.
I also have I have an intake form that could be helpful as well, Eddie. If you would like, where you can go into a little more detail about if you have your mission statement and just specifics about your brand and the local market, and you can also upload images directly to that. It's just a little bit more in-depth SEO questions that it's totally optional, but I can send a link to that after this call.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the layout of your site, we're looking at a homepage, inventory, VDP. We'll have an application page. We'll have another page associated with more buy here, pay here financing and informing the customer. We will also include your reviews from Google. We'll have a about us page. We'll have a contact us page. Let's see. We can have a warranty page. And any additional pages that you'd like us to add to your website, Bill?
No, not at the moment.
Eddie?
We could maybe talk about some ideas for a resource page, or if there's any community involvement. If you guys, partner with or are affiliated with any nonprofits or do any kind of events in the community or anything like that, that's always a good thing to highlight as well.
Right.
Yeah, do you do anything in the community that you'd like us to talk about, or maybe we can make an external connection with?
No.
Okay. Well, if you ever do, that is a great backlink strategy. So just keep that in mind. If you ever donate to a local fund or do charity work or anything like that, always get mentioned by third parties. That is very good SEO work that you can do.
Okay.
For your financing, is there anything specific that we need to mention about how a customer can qualify? Anything that you'd want us to mention that makes a customer immediately not qualify?
No.
Okay. And then we'll go off of this for just the basic stuff for people to upload.
Yes.
And my last question is, this privacy policy, is this managed by you or was this provided by Dealer Center?
I think that was managed by me. I don't remember.
Okay, we can provide you with another one because we'll have to provide one to our text and call provider, so that's compliant. Okay. Other than that, I don't have any other questions. Did you have anything for us, or
No,
Sarah,
not
if you
at
have
the-
anything?
No, not at the moment. I think you guys have been very helpful, very thorough.
Good, we try to be.
I guess I'll
Okay.
talk to Scott in a moment and find out what the pricing is.
Sure. That sounds good. Yeah, so next steps are, like I said, we'll get with Sarah, we'll get the content generated, we'll come up with a first draft of the website for you,
Yes.
and then we'll walk through and demo it with you.
Perfect.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Eddie. I'll be talking to you soon. Watch out for an email from me.
Thank you so
Just
much,
requesting some
Jordan.
media.
I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you, Eddie.
Likewise, Sarah. Nice meeting you guys.